Bum, bum, bum. Hello! Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been a very long time since I've streamed. Since it has been. It's been 2 weeks, I think. Been a little bit. Wasn't able to last week. Was at a show last week and was a little busy. Today felt busy too, but boy, am I tired too from just work and other stuff today. But I have some cherry Sam's Cola with a little bit of creamer in it and some Taco Bell right here. I should probably not talk while I drink liquids. Let's try not to start the day like this. It's still really loud. I'm not loud, but also I can't switch things. Sometimes I just can't switch things. Let me unplug and plug him back in real quick, see if that fixes anything. Why? Well, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop going? That doesn't mean you have to stop. That doesn't mean everything has to stop. I do declare. Why'd you stop over here? Why'd you go and stop on my business? And why does my mouse just keep being like, nah, I'm good, actually. I'm good, actually. Well, that's working on that side. Why is it... What? What? Why was one browser working but not the other? What's up with that? There we go. There we go. We're back at it. Back at it, boys. And now I can actually go in and turn on voice focus. Oh, that's really strong. Let's make it not that strong, hopefully. And hopefully that's way better. Because I'm about to get my fan. That's why I did that in the first place. Not just for the sake of making the audio better, but for my fan. Got just a little hot today. Which, you know, it was like 58 this morning. I actually had the door open for a good bit. But then all of a sudden it was like, nah, it's gonna be hot again, so I was bamboozled. So I'm a little hot and bothered. Because I'm trying to save a little bit of moolah. Just the teeniest bit of moolah this month. On the electricity. But sometimes it don't matter. It don't matter. None of it matters, man. Well, anyone who's near here, I'm Nate's Logic. I do One Piece reactions. It's been 2 weeks. I also do a lot of gaming stuff too. On the side. Not on the side. On the main. The last video I put out is a fun little highlight video from a stream I did like 3 years ago, but I still think it's very funny, so go check it out. It's for a game called Moon Hunters that no one's ever played, but we had fun playing it a while back, and I had fun. Well, I had some fun editing it. It was a lot of work putting in the captions and whatnot, but you know, I'd try and cycle through like One Piece videos, gaming videos, and then just like random miscellaneous videos. So technically, next I have a miscellaneous video to do. I could do a One Piece video too. I have a list of One Piece videos I still want to make. There's some tier lists I want to make. You know, some videos about Luffy, some videos about the story. A little bit. Nothing spicy. Nothing too spicy, but I don't know. Will I ever do it? I don't know. Do I have time, really, right now? Not really, because I have some big projects coming up soon. And by soon, I mean probably next year, but boy howdy, I'm working on it hard right now. Which means I'm probably going to be taking a bit of a break from Twitch streams, since I beat Bloodborne as well. I guess since I last streamed One Piece stuff, yeah, I beat Bloodborne. I think I did it like right after, so. Well, yeah, it's been a little bit these past two weeks since One Piece has come out. I think that we were supposed to have One Piece last week, but then there was a delay. He didn't finish it in time or something. I don't know. I never heard whether or not something actually happened with him. If there was a statement or anything. But hopefully he's doing all right. You know, because One Piece has been good. I want it to continue it being good. You know. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. You know, it's 5:45. If I had known this was coming out, I would have probably... I don't know, it didn't come out... I don't know, I prefer the morning streams or like the noon streams a little more, but there's a lot to do. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Well, but we gotta get some. We gotta get combat music in. That's what we did last week. We gotta get some combat music going. No, not you. That one. There we go. I gotta get some combat music going because we are in God Valley still. You know. Last week there were some clashes. Garp was going crazy. He was going sicko. He was going pretty crazy, man. He made Big Mom say a bad word. And I was like, oh no. And then Rayleigh came in, swooped. What's her name? Do I remember any of the names of One Piece characters anymore? I don't know. Shaki. Swooped her off her feet. Gave Summers a big old bonk on the head. And then said some nice stuff. Like stuff that like Oda doesn't usually write about, like, like actual like romantic stuff between two people in One Piece is just like, well, that's a rarity. You know, so the fact that there was even a hint of that in this, you know, that wasn't all for the goofs. That was like almost semi-serious. Like, I don't know, almost had me choking. I was like, oh, these two care about each other a lot. Two characters caring about each other in One Piece, in my One Piece. In that sense, oh no. Like, we haven't had that in a bit. But we left there. Summer's been bonked. Rock's still looking for his family. Dragon, he saw his dad go crazy. And he's carrying... Oh, he dropped one of the babies. He only has one baby. And the baby's dead. Don't remember, Shanks is dead. Shanks had X... Baby Shanks is dead. As far as we know. He had X's over his eyes, so... Yeah. head injury Shanks agendas abound. It has, buggy win. It's a buggy win, obviously. I don't have anyone in chat, so I don't have anyone going crazy with like telling me dumb stuff about Buggy yet. So my mood's good. I like Buggy. I don't know why I'm saying like that, but I don't like Buggy theories. That's the thing. I really love Buggy, but I don't like Buggy theories. I don't like people when he has enough interesting things to talk about on his own. Like he has enough to hold himself up without people having to meme himself up, you know. He's a good enough character as is. But enough yapping. Let's get on to a different kind of yapping. All right, 1162. 1162. You know, 162 chapters since chapter 1000. 62 chapters since the Kuma flashback. Because that's my merit now. That's my that's my barometer now. It's just like how many chapters into the Kuma flashback, and it's 62. And boy howdy, and we are on final. Is this a joke? Only Child Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Final Volume. Dear Luffy Dono, it's another peaceful day in Wano. And it's Yamato just being Yamato, eating food, with Kinemon being like, what is all, like, how long has this been? It's been like It's been since before I started streaming, which has been a year. I think we're coming up to a year or at this point of me doing these streams. Can I check? I'll check after. I can check right now, technically. I kind of want to check right now. We can go on a little tangent of fourth. Jeez Louise. My page is crazy. Playlists. No, let's go to live. And just go down to whatever my first one would have been. 1 year ago. Wow. From 11/28 in... That is RPG talk right there. There I am. There's me. Will it show the rest of the gosh darn page? Golly, man, it's been kind of crazy. October 4th. Yeah, nope. Wow. I've been doing this for a year. Consistently. I think I've missed... maybe like 2 weeks. There's like a couple of them where I got busy and I was like, okay, I have to do like multiple at a time. But besides that, I've been fairly consistent for like an entire year on this, which is like really cool. Because my recap videos that I was doing in Egghead, you know, I tried to do for a good bit, but, you know, I faltered eventually. But crazy to think that I've gone a year and been pretty darn consistent on getting chapter reactions out, and it's been a lot of fun. I'll have in a video in January I'm gonna talk about this, you know, because these have been fun to do, you know, regardless if people show up or not. Regardless if I have 1 concurrent viewer or 10, doesn't matter. Have I grown? Not really, but whatever. But anyways, what I was saying is that since then we've been dealing with this Yamato stuff for a year since before I started streaming. And it all led to nothing. They really debated us. That very first one, it showed Onigashima underwater, which was like, okay, what's it doing underwater for one? It was on land last time we saw it. That's weird, because there's still like the weird like volcano and what happened to Kaido and Big Mom, and it's like, oh my gosh. And there's still like, what the heck is Onigashima? You know, it's a giant's head, and we're still learning like lore about giants and ancient giants right now, you know? And we still don't know what's up with Onigashima. And, you know, we don't know if Kaido or Big Mom are alive. I mean, we're seeing them right now. Maybe now that that's done, we can actually get back to... I don't know. And then all this... The only thing that came out of this is that, okay, I don't know, Ulti's been around. Ulti's, turning a new leaf, which will be great. She'll be in the background of a couple of shots every once in a while now. Maybe she'll have a speaking role. Maybe she'll be a character. Probably not. We don't need her to be. I guess we learned that she has a dead dad who was a Chichibukai or something at some point during like an SBS, but like, who cares about that? What else? We got Kozuki Moria, which was like a big deal for, you know, a week. We'll see if that leads to anything. Probably not. Probably nothing super important. I mean, I'm sure Moria will come back in some, like, tiny way in the background, but, you know, there's still, like, the, oh, is God Valley Thriller Bark thing. Maybe we'll find out now. Probably not this week. Maybe in a couple months. Maybe eventually. I was also wondering, like, are we going to get back to Luffy before the end of the year? Now? I don't know. I think we will, but depends on how many breaks we get. But besides that, and like, she went around and just said hi to a bunch of people, kicked who's who in the head. We saw that what's her name was training, and we saw like some of the people who were still kind of alive. We saw Kuzuki Moria, and we got Page One and Ulti. And I mean, we don't know what happened to King or Queen. I mean, we know they got kind of beat up by Green Bull, but we don't know what actually happened to them afterwards, if they're still in jail or something. Why are King and Queen still in jail, but somehow Page One and Ulti got out? How they get out, you know? How are they still running around? I don't know. Man, that really, like this was the whole reason that she was like, oh, I'm not joining the Straw Hats because I want to adventure like Odin. And, like, what did you get done? You delivered a sword that no one cares about, and you saved Ulti. I guess it was all worth it was all worth it for Ulti. I guess it was all worth it for Ulti. If you really think about it like that. I guess Hold'em was in there for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I am actually kind of disappointed. Because, oh my gosh, the freaking Egghead one. It was so good. The whole cake one of Germa escaping and then it turning into like a flashback with it turned into a flashback with Vegapunk where we learned about Mads and stuff, like stuff that we didn't even get in the anime. All that crazy stuff of him like winning the Nobel Peace Prize and meeting the Gorosei and stuff. And then it also turned it like back to whole cake with Kizaru, whatever his name is. Not Kizaru, the other one. I forget the name of him. You know, Iceman. But that was like super cool. You know, we got all of that. Like that entire one seemed like super important the whole time. Like almost every single page was like, okay, that's super interesting. And then like Judge and Caesar together, we got Katakuri in it for a little bit too, and that was nice. That was so good. That was like exceeding expectations. Like we got that. We got like pudding. Like we got pudding being stolen in the cover story, and then her showing up in the actual chapter like a second later, and it's just like that's never happened. And then the way he did that in the anime, it was so crazy, and then just actually nothing happened for a year and a half of this. Actually nothing, unless there is something crazy. Next chapter, I'm expecting a bombshell next chapter. If it is a request, if this is actually over and it's just like a cover request and we're back to that, then this might be the worst. I don't know. People really hate the Capone one too from Wano, the Capone one. No, that was still worse because that one brought Pound back, and Pound did not need to be brought back to life. Like, I don't know. What's worse, Kazuki Moria? Or Pound? I don't know. And I like Capone, though, so that's why I'll give it more props, because the end of that one was like, and Capone is happy. And I'm like, okay, Capone is happy. That's what I want. I want Capone to be happy. You know, people are like, Robin deserves to be happy. Capone deserves to be happy. I tell you what, he's worked for it more than anyone else. He's just living his best. He's just living his best life. Like that was like him on the last page of that one. He was just like, he was just enjoy. He was just a joyous. He was the real joy boy, Capone. Okay, we've yapped for 20 minutes, and we're still on the cover story. Boy, howdy, I'm getting poor vision levels of all this. All right, the God Valley Battle Royale. So we're still at it. There's gonna be a lot of things. Predictions, I don't care. I just want to watch. I'm tired. There's all kinds of cured meats, duck, chicken, tuna. They're all so good. Okay, meat is good. No one's safe on God Valley. Rox and Saint Garling are clashing in the Northwest. Rox and Saint Garling? Ooh! Ooh! Remember Rox, who killed an admiral. Who was killed an admiral at this point. So just remember that. Send back up. Rox versus Garling. Garling looking sad. Rox looking happy. That will probably change. They're on the outskirts. Roger Pirates are right there. And the Rox Pirates are right there. So they're all converging. They're all converging in the center of the valley. And then Rox and Garling are on the side. But treasure. There's treasure. But you want to go the other way? We've got the Rox crew behind us and the Navy to our front. Go ahead, Rayleigh. I'll handle things here. My bad, Roger. Okay, so they're still wanting to get... They got Shaggy, but they still want to get some other treasure, too, I guess. They got to get that treasure chest with Shanks in it, you know? Rayleigh! Rayleigh got Shaggy back! Rayleigh got Shaggy back! What? Man, I'm so jealous! Damn it! Me too! Beat Rayleigh and take Shaggy! Oh, they're so mean. Is that Captain John back there? It looks like it. And I think that's, maybe. No, maybe that's the guy with the ponytail and their crew. But this is the Viking-looking dude on his crew that we know nothing about. Maybe we'll learn everything about him this chapter. You can't, dumbasses! Shaggy will get hurt! Focus on gathering treasure instead. Everything else is still up for grabs. Yeah! Because it's just like, who cares who... I guess it's just like they're pining for affection, even though it doesn't even matter at this point, because, you know, I think Shaggy's chosen at this point. But it's like, it's not like Rayleigh just has a... Shaggy can just leave. Go back to Hachinosu tomorrow if she feels like it. So, I would definitely focus on treasure instead. If it were me there, I would try working together against the Navy. I wouldn't be bickering. I would form a quick alliance. But that's me. I'm not a pirate. Man, that guy's got big arms. Shaggy's looking good. Shaggy's looking real good. Looking happy. Shaggy, there's something I've got to tell you. Don't say another word. I already know. Oh, sweet. Oh, it's a very Han Solo and Leia vibe. Where everyone's pining for Leia. But Rayleigh's the cool one. He's not the main character. But he's the cool one. Look at that. Store prize room. 1. It's crazy out there. We couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. Is this it? Yes. I don't know which is which, so just eat up. Boy, we're back. Is he like, oh man, I'm just going to draw these again? Yeah, we're just going to draw it, but from that side. Heck yeah. Woo! Close one. Grabs him, pins him down. We've seen this a couple times now in anime form and this. Boy, howdy, they are going to reuse that in the anime. Boy, howdy, they are. Oh, Kuma, though. Eva-chan. Hand that one over, too. Kuma, don't think, just eat it. You have to eat it. Save them. If we get a single person off this island alive, we can call this a victory. This is good. This is Kino. This is great. We love this. We love this. This island's devolved into a pirate war zone. Should we pull back or try to capture them? Who's saying that? Is that Marco? Why is that look? I mean, it's not, obviously, but who is that? Because that's, is that the Rocks Pirate? I don't know. That's not Silver Axe. No, it is Silver Axe. He's getting punched by someone. Is that a Roger Pirate? Because then there's, Buckingham, and there's, maybe that's one of Roger's guys. Because there's the guy with the big hammer over there. Crazy. Everyone's just everywhere. What are our orders? Big kaboom, kaboom, marine goop. Hey, Sengoku, did you know about this crap? Oh, we got Bogard. People are going crazy. It's a Bogard sighting. Is he going to say anything or do anything? Probably not, but he's there, so you can keep making theories about him. I think I recall someone alluding to it in a vague rambling report once. Oh, okay. Are they on? Is this Garp time to be like, okay, Garp didn't know about the slaves and the rabbit hunt? Surely. Is that what they're trying to say? Is that Garp just did not know? Is that what I'm about to read? I think I recall someone alluding to it in a vague rambling report once. The guy up and vanished from Navy life sometime afterwards. This doesn't feel like a dream. They really did this. Are they saying they as in the Celestial Dragons? Are they saying they? If he's saying they as in pirates, this is trash. But if he's saying they as in like Celestial Dragons and the world government, then okay, good. Good. He is angry at a thing that the world government is doing. That is what we were waiting for Garp. Rock's location. Why aren't these guys dying? Zepek, put me down. Oh! 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 I'll read that when I'm done. We've got no choice to run. Some of the others got caught up and transformed. Wait, Zepek. What happened? Is it an ability? Oh, like she knows. Interesting. Oh, who got transformed? Okay, people are getting transformed. That's crazy. I knew people were saying back in the day, like, ooh, is Rock's gonna get Domi reversi'd? You know, who's gonna get Domi reversi'd over on God Valley? You know, and now we're seeing some devils. Now is that Gunko doing that, or is Garland doing that? Garling's on his little duck. There's Rox with his wife. Where's his child? I'm sure they're somewhere. Pops. Granny. What in the world? Am I supposed to know who those are? Is that John? No. That's not Captain John, is it? I don't think so. Maybe it is. I don't recognize this other guy. Maybe I'm just stupid, though. He sure is strong. Takes quite a long while to regenerate from his sword slashes. But now, we all know he's also part of the Davy clan. Finishing him will please the Great One. Indeed, the interruption to our tourney has turned out to be a blessing. Because they're like, oh boy, we got a big old Davy in here. This is not bad. Who's this guy? I don't know. I don't know if these two Pops... Or are they saying Pop's Granny is in... That's like her parents. Maybe, is that the big guy? Is that the big guy with the straw hat from 2 chapters ago? Where people like, oh, it's a guy with a straw hat. Oh, it's a guy with a straw hat. We're going to go crazy. Because there's a straw hat in the refrigerator. It's got to be the same one. Maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is still, but it just looks like this is, Blackbeard's grandpa. It was Blackbeard's grandpa. Wow. On his mom's side. Or great-grandma, if that's what those are. Chat, ooh, Garland took a nasty head wound. Would have been dead if he wasn't a cheater. Let me go, Zavek. Are you gonna try and fight them off one-handed? Don't you get it, Eris? If anyone bearing the Davy name is caught, they'll go through so much suffering. It'll make hell look tame. I know that. I'm a full-fledged part of the Davy clan now. Everyone here was always so nice to me, even though I was a pirate. Ooh! 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 Ooh, we getting stuff? Look at this. Look at this. Look at these ladies. Look at these ladies in this flashback, I do declare, you know? Shanks' mom is dead. But look at this. I mean, she has a generic, pretty Nami face, Robin face. You know, nothing special about that. But she's like, I'm a Davy, just by marriage for you. Everyone here was always so nice to me, even though I was a pirate. Not that it matters. Okay, she was a pirate, cool. But she wasn't one of part. But she wasn't part of the Rocks pirate. She wasn't like. But she's got some. She's probably got some punches in her. You know, she can probably do a little bit of ba ba ba. Maybe not as crazy as some of the other Rocks pirates, but maybe she's got a little bit of something in her. You know. I fully understand the fate of our clan. I fully understand the fate our clan faces. Now put me down. Hey. And then she rolls. If I was the kind of woman who just clung to you and couldn't protect a single child, you never would have fallen for me, right? Aw. Oh! 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 You kidding me? You kidding me? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? These ladies in Rock's flashbacks. Bro. Bro, Rock's picked good, you know? Don't know where you got the weird nose from, Blackbeard. Don't know how Blackbeard turned out like that. How did these two nice-looking people bring out Blackbeard? I don't know. I'm sure if those two were around, maybe Blackbeard would have, I don't know, stayed in shape a little better. Maybe he wouldn't have been as round, you know? Man, if I was the kind of woman who just clung to you and couldn't protect a single child, you never would have fallen for me, right? That's crazy. Did we see Teach this whole time? Okay, yeah, no, we can see his face up, his little face up here. So he was carrying both. Don't be an idiot! If it looks like they're about to get me, I'll kill Teach and commit suicide. We'll survive this by splitting up. Let's meet on Lelouchia, Zebek. What? Why are you bringing Lucia into this all of a sudden? What? Okay. He's like, okay, if these guys get me, I will kill my... Oh, boy, that's a lot to take in. Those are big words that we need to, you know, inhale and exhale, you know. We need to, you know, understand what's being said there. That's dire. That's terrible that you would have to say that about yourself and your child in front of your husband. But she's like, we'll survive this. And he's like, oh, I don't know about this. I mean, she ain't. They're both goners. They're both goners. Teach is gonna make it. But we're already seeing it in... Man. And Teach is the bad guy. We'll see. Finally ditched your wife and kid, huh? Now then, what'll the next attack be? Why am I the one being saved here? They're running away. He's doing a cool pose. Bro, Garling's fucking psycho. He's going up. And he's gonna two-sword style, baby. Is he gonna do a big shockwave? He does that. Does a big slash. Afraid I can't let you go any further. Now bring it on, you monsters. I'm glad he's got his priorities straight. Everyone is futzing around like Big Mom. Big Mom is beating up children. Big Mom is beating up children right now. Just remember that. Just remember that. Remember what's going on right at this moment. We don't know what Kaido's up to. You know, Shaggy and Whitebeard, they're just hitting fodder right now. Roger's fighting someone. We don't really know. Rayleigh and Shaggy getting out of here. Big Mom is punching children. And Saturn's here too, by the way. Don't worry about Saturn. Don't worry about him. There's a freaking Gorosei, one of the most powerful people in the world. He's here. He's not gonna transform or do nothing crazy. He's just there. He's just there for the lulz, I guess. To look. He's there for the Kuma flashback, you know. Is he in this flashback anymore? We'll see. Does he do anything in this flashback? We'll see. Zebek! Oh, little Teach. Outside the storeroom. Ha, this'll do. A model of the fishy fruit. I'll feed it to Katakuri. My future crew is gonna be overwhelmingly powerful. Nuh-uh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that whole, like, oh, I gave you the fish fruit. I thought it was going to be like, oh, as in like an act of like, you know, like it's like a last resort, you know, I helped you escape God Valley by giving you this fruit, you know, so you could swim away or something like that. You know, I had that thought in my head. Remember the whole, like, you know, the Magikarp thing where it's just like, oh man, he was a fish, but then he had to climb up the rivers of Wano, and then he emerged as a dragon, you know. Nah. Big Mom was yapping. It was like, I'm gonna give it to my son, who's very cool. I mean, that would have been very cool. Katakuri would have been top 1. He just would have been top 1 in the verse. We could have seen... This could have been the makings of a legend. You know. Of course, we wouldn't have gotten the amazing, amazing parallels between the Mochi Mochi fruit and Luffy's Gum Gum fruit during those battles and all that. And that's the best thing that's happened in post-time skip One Piece is still the Katakuri fight. Don't get me wrong. But... I don't know. I don't know if this is a Kaido W. I don't think so. He just punched his best friend. Best friend, really, if we think about it. This is the first, like, real betrayal. Like, I mean, I guess we've seen, like, you know, Shiki being silly, but, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He goes for it, and then he chomps it. I gave you the fish fruit back in chapter 998, 997, whichever one it was, after he had defeated all of the scabbards, and they're just chilling, and they're like, we're gonna get that One Piece. And she's like, hey, I gave you the fruit. What is this? Are you joking? Are you joking? Well, he got a good hit in, though. He munched it. She got knocked back. She's angry. Oh my gosh, that face. We've seen a lot of crazy Kaido faces. This is one of the craziest. Screw you, Kaido! This is funny. This is funny. Is this Kino? I don't know, but this is something. This is the most Kaido personality and, I guess, agency that we've seen in a while. I guess it's a Kaido W. You know what? He wanted it. Of course, he could have... Mr. Might makes right. Mr. Devil fruits don't matter. It's all about that hockey, though, you know. Mr. Roger didn't even have a fruit, you know. I can see why they left on bad terms, you know? I can see why them, you know, fighting and then making up in Wano was a big deal, though. Like, after this. Because, like, there's a lot of betrayal on both sides of this, you know? But back to the actual hero of the story. I won't let you die. Wah! That kid is dead. I won't let you die. Teach. Oh no, they're gonna swap, and then they're gonna have their own babies somehow. They're gonna be like, which baby's which? Man, crazy stuff. Behind the game stage, Price Storm 2. At the very center. I found the treasure! Woo! I've never seen this much loot before. Oh, yeah, I remember Scopper. Scopper, the person who, you know, Summers was really, really afraid of, who hadn't actually done anything, really, in the God Valley yet. Whoa, there's devil fruits, too! Load it all up! Like we let the Roger Pirates get away with all... Like we let the Roger Pirates get away with all this. And then here comes... a guy from Thriller Bark. But yeah, no, there's devil fruits in there too. What other important devil fruits are there at this point? Because we know what happens to, like, dragon fruit, you know, and, you know, Kuma's fruit. Those are still the only two confirmed fruits. And there's also still, you know, the mystery Elbaf fruit that I don't think is here, but, you know. And then there's also, like, the Gum Gum fruit, which is... I don't know if... It might make sense that the Gum Gum fruit is here, and that they see it, but they don't get away with it. Although I can't imagine them giving away the Gum Gum... Like, the Gorosei letting the rest of the Celestial Dragons give away the Gum Gum fruit, the Nika Nika fruit, like that. I don't think they would, so... Drive the pirates off this island! Nothing makes sense here. Even justice. Garp? The world government's navy! Please let us go! God Valley is not a member nation as such. Oh no. Oh no. They're like, well, sorry. Even if I only manage one more, I'm gonna save as many people as I can. Come on. Come on. Saturn, is Rox dead? Who said that? Well, things have continued to unfold outside of our expectations. In fact, all this intense destruction, I believe if it continues, Uranus is going to show up. They're going to be like, we got a Uranus, this Biaz. What is that? A dragon? Is that Kaido running away? All this intense... Okay, who said Saturn is Rox dead, for one? Oh, the Gorosei. The other Gorosei. The other Gorosei are talking in his head, I think. So Saturn is Rox dead. And he's not on a boat or nothing, by the way. Well, things have continued to unfold outside of our expectations. In fact, all this intense destruction, I believe if it continues, we risk something else being unleashed. That must not be permitted. Ooh, what else is on this island that could be unleashed? Besides, I guess, like the gum fruit or something. I don't know. Thank you. Kumakun, you're... No need to thank me. We have to hurry. Anywhere but here would be heaven. Oh, Kuma. I had given up on surviving this. Arigato. Thank you. Thank you. Well, and she's crying during that too, which is kind of crazy because I thought that like her breakdown was later on, like she didn't actually break down until, you know, she was like, oh, I'm full. But the fact she's crying right now, maybe that's not her though. Maybe that's just a random other girl. Arigato! And while they're saying that, Kronkarar's hockey is ablaze. Going crazy. Is that Rox? Going crazy. There's also a dragon. He's like peacing out. He's peacing out. He's not swimming away or nothing because that's what a fish fruit would do. You know, like we all thought he was going to swim away from God Valley because he got the fish fruit. No, he's just flying away. He's just able to do that just like that. I mean, he's strong enough, you know. It's not that crazy that he has to evolve it. But I guess, you know, showing that it's not awakened. What's the difference between him right now and him in Wano? Was he actually awakening Wano? Or was Oda just not ready to have awakened zones in Wano just yet? I don't know. But we got Roger, Garp, who is a little less on Fraud Watch right now. And we got Rox. All looking great. Oh my gosh, this panel is amazing. Where's my folder? I haven't been saving stuff in my folder. There we go. Gotta save stuff in my folder. Real quick. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. We're actually gonna see this bozo? We're gonna see this bozo here? This bozo's here? Oh boy, the video's back. Oh, Gorosei, what do they do? What do they even do? Bro, is Saturn gonna do something? Well, when Saturn's alone, he can do stuff. When he's around with other people, yeah, you never know. Boss, it's Rox and the others. Hold on, this probably isn't the time for that. How dare you go after my family? If you want me dead, I'll take you down first. Damn it. There we go. Take him out. Garling sucks. Garling. Only dubs are against wives who weren't looking. And Mesogard, you know? And slaves. How many dubs you got? Not a lot. See, I thought there was going to be like he's going to be coming for Roger or for Rayleigh, you know, to, get Shaggy and stuff. No, he's busy. He's busy. He don't care about Shaggy no more. He's busy with other things, apparently. This Davy Clan stuff, more important. But don't matter, because he got... That attack took him out pretty good, supposedly. There's not... Man, crazy that we got, like, these 3 people, and then you gotta remember, also Whitebeard, the formerly known as the strongest man alive, is also here, too. But and he's like, it's crazy that Whitebeard is so low on the totem pole here. There's not much gain here, you know? Still gonna help? Don't sweat it. I owe you since I'm always drinking on your tab. Hey, you 2, check this out! Whoa, row, 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 row. I finally got an ability! Kaido! You child. That's great and all, but good. Good on ya. At least someone's having a fun time. Mind if I ask what the hell we're up against? Saint Saturn. What is this transformation? Whoa, a monster. Maybe this is a dream after all. What's up with this island? It's been one adventurous twist after another today. What is it, you ask? If I had to say, I'd say it's the world. What is going on? So instead of possessing Gunko, he possessed Saturn? Ooh, that is very, that is very different. Okay, because we thought that was going to be his big hat. It's not his mustache, it's his like horns. But then it keeps going up and up and up. And then, oh, that's cool. He looks like a freaking Pokemon volcano guy. Bro, I gotta save this one too. This is a crazy one. It's huge. Oh, what a fun chapter. I love it. I love it. I love that God Valley has been it's been more than one chapter, you know. That's all we asked for, you know. The fights have been fun. Like the matchups have been, it's been fun. It's been fun. And it's more than just like, ooh, power scaling. Ooh, you know, there hasn't been like crazy choreography or anything. Like, you know, whatever, you know, Rock's just off-screened Garling, kinda. He did a big slash and then Rox is on the ground. And Garling's on the ground, so which is like, okay. You know, a lot of it is just like, okay, who's posing with whom on what thing, but yeah, no. So not only did Kaido immediately turn into a giant dragon, he also immediately knows how to fly as well. That's great. That's great. That's great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Awakened Kaido. Oh, but he doesn't have the crazy eyes, though. That's when he was actually awakened. That's when he was awakened, Kaido. We didn't have the crazy eyes. Okay, Garp, what are you doing, though? The actions of Garp are very, very important, this next chapter. Garp gonna be mad AF when he finds out Dragon's first Marine mission with this. Was it his first? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess he hadn't even seen him, yeah. That might be true. Might be true, Ricardo. Or maybe you don't care. I mean, obviously he quit right after this, so... And Garp was mad that he quit. Honestly, if this was his first mission, and then Dragon quit immediately after this, I wouldn't have been as mad as Garp was when he found out that Dragon quit. So, I don't know. Because he was like, my son quit the Navy. How dare he? Did he say that? I think he said that. Or no, he just said, my son became a criminal. I think that was it. It wasn't my son quit. But he seems a little preoccupied. We haven't actually gotten a... One emu's here, which is crazy. I was literally just saying, like, ooh, I wonder if Saturn's even in this. I was literally saying earlier, I wonder if Saturn's even in this flashback, or if he's just chilling. And then, nope, Saturn just is emu. is Emu. He's just Emu. He's just emuing it up, which is cool. I'm glad that we now know that it's not just a Gunko thing. You know, more confirmation on that, you know, he can do it through anyone. Emu-kan. It's not just a, ooh, I'm in the pretty girl with no pants. Where is Gunko? What's Gunko up to? Who knows? Why is Gunko immortal and Garling is not? Is it because of this? Is it because Garling had a bad showing here and they're like, we're not gonna give you the, we're not gonna make you stop aging. I bet that Gunko has like the immortality fruit though, and has just always been Emu's like immortal servant or something. That's probably what happened. Is that she got the surgery done on her, and that's why she's always young. Or maybe it's just she's just like the Gorosei though, who also haven't aged. Maybe all of the Gorosei also got the immortality surgery. But I think it's probably just like, oh no, Emu's powers just do that. Keep them up. Things have continued to unfold outside of our expectations. In fact, all this intensive destruction, I believe if it continues, we risk something else being unleashed that must not be permitted. And then as we see, it was permitted. Why does Brooke know her? I don't know. But the fact that that she, well, I guess she wouldn't be like super duper immoral because we saw her as a kid with Brooke. So I guess like in between Brooke meeting her and her becoming a servant of Emu, that she became, she stopped aging. So either Emu did that with Emu's powers, or she got like, you know, law immortality surgery'd. I don't know. Gunko's not in this. Because we got a cool Emu-sama transformation. Get your Emu and Saturn toy and combine them. That's what we got. That's cool, though. I really like whatever this design. I mean, like, but this also just seems like the design. It's not like, ooh, we're hiding a silhouette. No, this is just what the thing looks like. Because people are like, what is this? And also, if I had to say, I'd say it's the world, which is like Also, how close are all these people? Oh, no, never mind. For a second, I thought that he was responding to Garb. No, he's responding to Whitebeard. So he said, mind if I ask what the hell we're up against? What is it you ask? If I had to say, I'd say it's the world. So he's saying we're up against the world. Which is a very, very interesting term, because we know that, you know, Blackbeard wants the world. And that, you know, Rox was said to want to be king of the world. Not king of the pirates, king of the world. Man. Rox is just not a villain. Man, Rox is just... And then, like, we get the stuff with his wife, too? What's his wife's name? Eris. Yeah, we get all the stuff with Eris, how she was a pirate who was brought into the Davy Clan, and she's like, I'm fine with it, I'm tough. I'm a tough lady. I'm a tough lady. I'm gonna take my boy, and I'm gonna run. And I'm gonna be charismatic. I'm gonna have a little smile. Is she best girl of the flashback? I don't know. We got Shaki, which people are going crazy for. We haven't seen Gloriosa in freaking forever since this started, have we? We have not. And then we got you know, we got Harald's wife as well. I like her a lot. I think that she's like the I think that she's the most important. I'm ranking the women in the Rox flashback. Maybe I should just stop at that. But if we're talking about moms, though, specifically, you know, then I think that, yeah, she's Ida. I still think she's up there in importance than over... I mean, this person's obviously more important than Shaken's mom. Shaken's mom got it. Dead. Super dead. Didn't do nothing. Very naive. Lots of naivete. And that's not her saying that. That is on Rox's side too. Like that is crazy that like Rox is running away from his like possessed grandparents right there. That's his grandparents right there. A bunch of 2 D's, people of the D clan, the Davy clan, D to Davy clan, D to Dodo Davy clan. Who possessed them? I don't know. I don't know if it was either of these 2 fellers. This one lady, I don't even know if she was important at all. Where did she go? She was talking to him. She was right there, riding beside Garling, and then all of a sudden, then she just kind of disappeared. Or maybe was she down there with Garling being like, ouch. I don't know. Maybe one of these arms around here was that, but I don't know. Rox is kind of messed up, though. Rox is the most messed up than anyone else. He's got a bit of a scar right there, you know. Did he always have it, though, at the beginning? When he was running? Or, no, he just always has that scar. What am I saying? Big Mom punching children, choking out children. Big Mom, Big L. Big L for Big Mom today. Not gonna lie. You know, choking out children and then getting... and then getting punched and then getting suckered, like, gobsmacked by Kaido. Getting absolutely disrespected. I mean, like, this is such a cool pose, though. Like, the idea of next week of, like, Rox, Kaido. Like, these are the 3 goats. Like, if you, like, take a step back. Take a step back and just remember. Take a step back and remember all of the monikers of the 3 people on this last screen of Whitebeard, the world's strongest man, Kaido, the world's strongest beast, and Rox, like, the man who wanted to be king of the world, the one person who was above those 2. We got these 3 specifically, like, all up next to each other. Like we have the goats. Like we have the 3 top ones. Like almost every single person on this page was at some point called a top 1. That's crazy if you think about it. Like Roger, Whitebeard, Kaido, Rox, and Garp have all been and Emu. Roger, Garp, Rox, Whitebeard, Kaido, Emu. Am I crazy? Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, there's 6 of them. 6 people. 6 people who've been considered top 1s. All 6 people on this page have at one point by one person been put on the top 1. That's how crazy this is. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and just like, you know, be like, okay, yeah, no, this is crazy. This is crazy stuff. We got about it. It's pretty crazy, man. And like, what are we getting after this? Roger didn't really do much. I don't really know where Roger is, who he's actually fighting. Roger has no feats this today, but... And I'm glad that, you know, Garp is not down with the craziness of all of this. What did he say earlier? Nothing makes sense here, even justice. So he's like, okay, what's going on here? I didn't know about this. I knew that the Social Dragons were doing weird stuff, but probably bad stuff. But now that I'm here looking at it, it's like, ugh. Also, are there even any Celestial Dragons here, though? No. There were no Celestial Dragons in this chapter. So, like, are they all gone, or are they just all somewhere else now? You know? Did they all kind of just say, okay, we're outie, we're outie? Did they get on their boat and leave? I don't know. We don't know. We did not see a single Celestial Dragon in this chapter, which is weird. Because we also know that eventually this is supposedly leading to Roger and Garp fighting against rocks to help protect celestial dragons, which we don't know where they are. Hopefully it's not to protect Emu. That'd be a little felly. But I don't think Roger cares about Emu. I don't think anyone here cares about fighting Emu. They're all just trying to leave. Well, I mean, Kaido's having a good time, apparently. Well, at least Kaido's happy, you know? If Kaido's happy, then I'm happy, you know? If Robin's happy, then I'm... All right, but that was it. That was it. Thank you, Ricardo, for stopping by. And anyone else who eventually watches later. I know that the views are like weird like that sometimes, like where it'll like start like popping up after I'm done, you know. Eventually, depends on my thumbnail. My thumbnails are all right. I put Rayleigh in it. Rayleigh's in this chapter at least once. He's somewhere. He's somewhere. There he is. Rayleigh's in the chapter. I didn't debate you. I didn't, I swear. Who are we gonna put in the next one though? We can't put Saturn back in there. We can't throw Saturn back in there. It might be an Emu chapter. It might finally be a good old Emu on the thumbnail chapter next week. Well, not next week because we got a break because apparently something's going on with Oda. But I can see why he took his time on this chapter because it was real good. But I'm gonna go. It's been an hour. Technically, I might head over to Twitch and play some Hades, but I'm also might not. I might just chill tonight too. I'm kind of at a point where I'm slowing down with doing the video game streams for at least this month because I might get back into it a little bit more for Movember, which is next month. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Movember the entire month or just do a shorter one maybe, but haven't decided on that and haven't decided what I'm going to do for that. But in the meantime, you know, since I beat Bloodborne last stream, it's felt, I don't know, a weight has come off me. Because like Hades, I can really do at my own pace. That is very much an at my own pace. I'm not trying to make a video or get a bunch of clips out of Hades. That is I'm having fun for the sake of fun type thing. But it's all kind of hard. I've played a lot of hard kind of rage games recently. Not like rage games, but like Rivals and like 2XKO are both competitive games that I rage at, so I consider them rage games. Which I haven't played enough 2XKO since it came back out. I need to get back on that. Get back into those combo trials. Get those expert Vi trials out. But that would be over on Twitch. For now, still. I don't want to spam people with video game streams over on the YouTubes just yet. I only want to put the cream of the crop streams over on the YouTubes to be immortalized because they don't go away. Which is what we're doing with these One Piece streams, which we have been doing for an entire year. For an entire year. Since October 4th. What number is this? What number is this? This is our 34th. Which doesn't seem like out of the 50. So we got 34 chapters in a year. 34. You know, that's not that bad. We didn't have any huge breaks. We didn't have any like 5-week breaks or anything this time. I don't think we did this past year. This past year's kind of flown by. Throw this back on too, since we're done with the other stuff. I like having the combat music though going during the during these rocks flashbacks though. It really sets the mood a little better, I think. Also, when I actually have a voice too, that helps. So, but I'm yapping to no one right now. So, thank you to anyone who is still hanging out and about. I'm gonna go eat some Taco Bell. It's right here. I could have been munching on it the whole time, but I really haven't been. But yeah. thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks when the 1163 comes out. God Valley, it's been good stuff. Good stuff, I do declare.